Hari Om. We'll start the session, let the others join. Om. 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 Sahana bhavatu, Sahano bhunaktu, Sahaviryam karavavahai. तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। सदाशिवसमारम्भा शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादम् शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। हरि ओम। How have you all been this last week?
Hari Om Aarti.
Who is? Okay.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Last week I was very serious about my inward journey. Even then, though I identify with myself and the old memories, the anger, whatever the negatives we have about our very close circle, as I said, no, very core of the family circle. Though I say I forgive them, I have written that forgiveness many a times to take it out from my mind, heart, and to burn it out. Even then it crops up, na?
It will crop up. It is a part of the mind only, right? It doesn't
Okay.
bother me. See, when it crops up, it is a part of the mind. I just have to make sure I don't attach myself to the mind.
Okay.
That's all I need to do. Let it be there in the mind slowly, slowly, as you detach with it, no, as you don't attach with it, it will lose its power over time.
Okay.
You
No,
just
whenever
observe it coming up and don't indulge in it, don't get attached to it,
Yes.
and then turn around and say, in whom is this coming up?
And
observe the observer.
Yeah.
It will lose its hold on you.
Yeah, that's what I did. That's
Hmm.
what I did. Immediately it goes off. Hours together it goes off. Again, when some memory, some thought comes, it comes back.
Yeah, it will come.
This
It
is-
will come because it's vasana. That rasa will be there for some time.
Okay.
Even
So
why
that
it
is
is coming up,
natural.
why is it coming up? That is also a form of feeding.
Okay. That is very natural until I vanish that vasana.
Until I don't vanish.
It
Until it
automatically
gets
vanishes.
vanished. Until it
Okay.
gets vanished. I
Okay.
cannot do it. It is not in my hands.
I felt like crying. What is this? In spite of so much of effort, that the same thoughts are coming. Thank you so much.
So there is a shloka called Vyavasayatmika Buddhihi Ekeha
Mm.
Kurunandanaha. Right? So with that Vyavasayatmika Buddhi is that resolve, that single-minded decision that Ekeha, there is single-pointed this, that there is no mind.
Mm.
Mind is an illusion. We can see, it depends on how we want to take it. Mind is an illusion. Whatever is coming in the mind is an illusion. I will be with the reality.
Mm.
Let it come in the mind.
Mm.
I will be with the reality.
Mm.
I will be with Bhagavan.
Yeah.
That Bhagavan who is within me,
Mm.
in the form of Brahman, in my heart, Kriha Hridaya Kuhara Madhya Kevalam Brahman Matram,
Mm.
can also manifest as my Ishta Devata.
Mm.
It is that inner witness which is manifesting as the inner Devata, if a form works for you.
Mm. Thank you. Today, one of my uncle diagnosed as cancer. He was so firm, he's so calm. He said, I live like Ramana Maharshi. Don't worry, nobody need to worry about me, he said. He's not married at 70 years age, not married. He said,
I am
nobody
seeing lot of people now.
not to
Probably
worry about
because
me.
we are in this journey, this side of the world. We are seeing.
He coolly said, as soon as he got his report, doctor said, PET scan, he said, nobody need to worry about me. Rest of the life, I'll be like Ramana Maharshi. Single sentence.
Beautiful. Which one were we on? 50 we completed. Last time? Yeah.
Yes. Yes,
We have to
50
go.
completed, 51 we have to start.
We have to start. Anybody? Please
I
take.
will chant meaning, let others take, because I have Kannada book.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bahya nitya sukha saktim hitvatma sukha nivritaha gatastha deepavat swastaha swantareva prakashate bahya nitya sukha saktim hitvatma sukha nivritaha gatastha deepavat swastaha swantareva prakashate.
Yeah. Anybody who would like to?
The self-abiding Jivan Mukta, relinquishing all his attachments to the fleeting joys of the outer world and satisfied with the bliss derived from the Atman, shines inwardly like a lamp placed inside a jar. Shall I continue, ma'am?
Yeah, please do.
The goal of the seekers is no doubt the end of all sorrows and the achievement of perfect joy. He who has withdrawn his consciousness entirely from all his identifications with his body, mind, and intellect is known as a man of realization. Naturally, therefore, he will not be conscious of the objects of these three layers of matter, namely, the world of sense objects, the variety of feelings, and the array of ideas.
We'll stop here. Is the end of all sorrows and the achievement of perfect joy goal. I was in the earlier children's class, I'm reading the story of Bhagavatam of Vyasadeva sitting and Vedavyasa sitting and Narada coming there and asking, oh, you must be full of joy. You've written the Mahabharata, you've written the I know the Vedas and everything. You must be so full of joy. He says, no, but something is bothering me. I'm still not at peace. You will know what it is. He says, you've written so much about dharma. You've written about the Pandavas, you've got into them and you've written about the Pandavas. You've got into the Kauravas and written all the negative characters. So beautifully you have outlined what is dharma, what is adharma, and everything you have done. And then in passing you have mentioned Bhagwan. In passing you have mentioned Bhagwan. So that is why you're not feeling that. But it is a journey. That journey, if Vedavyasa, if you look at him as the instrument, Vedavyasa is, it is because of all that writing he has done that we are able to read all of these right now in Kali Yuga. So there is nothing like too soon or too not. I was also having a discussion with another, I don't know, Uma Auntie. She used to be a part of I don't know how many of you know Uma Auntie, right? So she'll keep writing some messages offline. So about even doing Satkarya as Karma Yoga, right? When you want to act in the world, you want to do certain things. So she was talking about, she sent me a video where Nisargadatta Maharaj is talking about how don't try to go and explicitly try to help people too much. Because you may also be coming from a space of your own conditioning. Like I know, like Jadabarada. Now Jadabarada, he left the kingdom and he went into the forest. But then when he went into the forest, he started tending to that little deer and afterwards developed attachment to it. That kindness, even in the kindness, there has to be awareness. So that we don't get attached. That moment it is there, now the deer is free, you cannot know, but he had to tend for it, be with it. What will happen to the deer if I am not there? As though he is the protector. It's a very subtle, what will happen to the deer if I am not there? We all think about that like that for the children. As though I am the protector. That is a spirit, that is an ego, right? A very slight ego. As though I am the protector. The child just happened to come through me because I wanted a child. The child wanted a yoni. And this child was chosen. Can I take all credit for the child to come through me? But we feel like, oh, if I'm not there, what will happen to this child? It will go through its prarabdha karma according to whatever its prarabdha karma is. Like that, we become attached to that. So even in kindness, even if we don't have to constantly think of doing, what should I do, what should I do, what should I do? But does this mean I should not do? When somebody says something like this, immediately we think, oh, all of these activities will make me attached to my actions.
No, karma yoga. Everything
So I
will be
should
done.
not do. I should. This is what, no? Then my reply to Auntie when I saw this Nisargadatta's Maharaj, he said, don't go, because a lot of foreigners are into kindness. Let me do, let me do, let me do. There's a lot of that. Even in my apartment, there is one lady, because of whatever her reason, she's coming for Bhagavad Gita classes now. I conducted it within the apartment. And they have some negative, she's grown up with a little negative view about spirituality. Her husband's father took sannyasa and went off, is how the mother feels. He always used to say, and then one day he went into some river and he never came back. He could have passed away for all you know, but the mother somewhere feels. So he has become an atheist. And she has also her own reasons. for things like this. I prayed so much I prayed to my mother because my mother was like this, and I prayed so much that to God that you must save my mother somehow. I prayed so much till she passed away. So I said, what is God? He is not there. So she also said, I stopped praying to God. I stopped lighting a lamp. I stopped doing everything. Now she says, for me, my spirituality means kindness. She's fully with animals, the stray dogs, the stray cats, and everybody's scolding her because she's constantly feeding all these things. They are coming everywhere. They are causing, they are, littering babies, this, that, and all that. So that is also a form of kindness. It's an attachment coming from a certain conditioning, right? It is coming from a certain conditioning. So that kind of kindness, action. So basically what should be there? There should be awareness in everything. Does that mean we should not be kind? Let whatever happen, if it is coming, let me not do anything. Is that the message to be taken from this? So Uma, then we were having a conversation. Uma auntie was just like, then I said, the only knowledge we can really give is one is we can gain the knowledge of the self and we can spread the knowledge of the self. So people look inwards, which is the Vedic knowledge. People start looking inwards at themselves rather than at their own image or the image that the world projects to them. Then she said, okay, no, but we have to look at the appropriateness, inappropriateness, whether it is good or bad, the right people, and things like that. And I said, all this good, bad, appropriate, inappropriate are all in the mind. Actions are constantly happening in the world. Actions are happening constantly. It is the I, the doer, which I bring in, which can become a problem. But actions are constantly happening. So there are three states: inaction, action, inaction, unaction. Action is when I consciously take an action. Inaction is consciously I resist an action. Unaction is something that Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, it grips me and it happens through. It is just
कर्तुम्
happening.
अकर्तुम् अन्यथा कर्तुम् न कर्तुम् अकर्तुम् अन्यथा कर्तुम्.
Correct. Okay. So
karma, akarma, vikarma.
Vikarma is negative karma.
Without involvement.
With involvement. When you do something like killing somebody, that is vikarma. Or when you act against your own dharma, that is vikarma.
Ma'am, I remember Raghuram ji giving an example. It's like kuch man maar ke karna.
Huh?
Kuch man maar ke karna means, Arey, I have to do this, but still doing it.
Ha. So complaining and doing something is also vikarma. I have to cook and I am complaining and I am doing, that is also vikarma.
Most of
I took the basic of the actions. अभी मुझे करना ही है, मेरा ड्यूटी है, मुझे करना है.
Yeah, every day we are doing vikarma then.
If I am complaining and I'm doing it, no, it's like how much negativity I take. We are still in Kali Yuga, we are okay, but how much negativity I am applying in that action. That becomes vikarma. How much negativity is there. Some days we feel like, oh, I don't feel like cooking, but still you enter and cook. That is different. You're overcoming and you're still doing it. But when there is negativity in the heart while you're doing it, that will become vikarma. You're scolding everybody. You're saying that you are having all negative thoughts. That is vikarma. Okay. Okay.
Ma'am, then what you said, action,
So
inaction.
action, inaction, anaction. Huh?
What is that action, inaction, and anaction?
It's
Unaction.
similarly.
Like doing,
Action is when
non-doing,
I'm
and
consciously, I feel I should do it and I do it. And inaction is consciously, I feel, no. What if this, I should not, I don't want to do this. And anaction is when it grips you and it happens through you.
Then there's no doership there.
There is no doership there. The action is happening, but there is no doership.
Okay, then that is the highest form of karma.
Correct. That
You are
is
just
what we should. So when action, so it does, if I resist an action also, it is a karma. You will accumulate. You don't indulge or crave or go after it. You don't resist it. Also, it is the Prakriti that is acting. I is not there at all. The Purusha is shining. The Prakriti is acting. Where is the I? The Purusha has gripped the Prakriti and is making it happen. Who am I to come in between and say, should I do this? Should I not do this? Is this appropriate? Is this not appropriate? Is this good? Is this bad? That is the mind. That is the I coming in the middle unnecessarily. The moment the baby is born, I remember myself. I was like, oh my God, I have to clean the poop of the baby. Till the last minute, I was so worried when my babies were going to be born. I was like, oh my God, I have to clean the poop of my... I was very finicky about these things. Okay. I like, I have to clean. But the moment the babies were born, nothing was there. I just took the baby. Twins. My mother was so scared. She was more scared in that fear of how will I manage twins. She was paralyzed. Not paralyzed, matlab, she was stuck. If she was just okay, she would have done it. Like, how will I handle twins? So I decided, okay, we'll have to get up and do from the first day only. It is okay. So the moment that happened, the babies were born, I started cleaning. There was nothing there. That same, I couldn't believe the day before also that was running in my eye. How will I do? How will I do? But the moment it happened, it gripped, it happened. The mother role just took over. It was an action. There was no feeling, there was no... Like that, all of us may have felt in some situation, the inaction is happening. It is happening through us. So why, good, bad, this, that, nothing. So such action. So
during pregnancy, there is a hormone will create in the
exactly the hormone, the oxytocin comes in.
Yeah.
Okay, and because of that oxytocin, the child is choreographing the whole thing for its own survival.
Mm.
The oxytocin is generated. The moment that comes, the motherly instincts start kicking in.
Yeah.
And you're just acting. So am I doing it? No, it is only happening. The mother was born. An action happened, but it is an action. Unaction. Okay. So the self-abiding Jivan Mukta, relinquishing all his attachment to the fleeting joys of the outer world and satisfied with the bliss derived from the Atman, shines inwardly like a lamp placed inside a jar. The goal of the seekers is no doubt to end of all sorrows and the achievement of perfect joy. So even though Vyasa had done all the actions, it was an action. It gripped him. How could he have done so much wonderful work? It gripped him and actions happened through him. But still, there was some thing gnawing. He was not completely happy. And then, when he knew that peace, now the seeking for peace happened in him. And then Narada appeared and he said, you have just mentioned God in passing here and there. In Kali Yuga, bhakti is the biggest thing. If you give bhakti, put your mind on Narayana all the time, then you will be peaceful. So that is why he went on to write the Srimad Bhagavatam, in which that flowed from his established abiding in the self. For dharma, adharma, little intellect has to be used. But dharma and adharma, that all that viveka will happen if we are constantly abiding in the self. Automatically, you will be led in the right direction. If your attention is constantly on the being, the action will flow from the being automatically. So that being can be the witness consciousness, that observer, or it can be that witness consciousness in the form of your Ishtadeva. Whichever helps you fix your mind. Because that witness consciousness is traveling with you everywhere. There's nowhere where he's not there. So like that, if Rama or Krishna is holding your hand and walking everywhere. Again, to repeat, when we hold on to Rama, we are like a child holding on to the father. If we surrender to him, he will hold on to us and he will not leave us. The fathers don't leave the child. Child may leave the father and run.
It is like that Koti and cat.
Correct.
What is that? Monkey and cat bhakti, no?
What is that? Kappi? Anybody knows?
Marjala bhakti and I forgot that monkey holding its kitten, baby, and cat holding the kitten.
Correct. I don't know.
So as we increase that monkey's bhakti, Bhagwan will take over like a cat and hold us. That
Correct.
is the principle behind that,
When
right?
we are able to totally surrender,
Mm-hmm.
then he will surrender to him, then he will take on. The mind is coming, the brave things are coming, karpanya doshopahatastva bhava.
Mm-hmm.
I have this mind is kripada. I surrender to you, O Bhagavan. Dharma sammoda chetaha. Yashreyasyan nishchitam bruhi tanme. Sishyasteham shadhi mam tvam prapannam. I surrender to you as your Sishya. You please take over. That's all.
That is complete.
GarbhaVidya, you got your answer. Whenever that mind comes up, don't ask why is this coming up. Just surrender it to Bhagavan.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
That's all. Okay. Yeah. Very nice.
It
So there will
Ma'am,
not.
yeah, ma'am, it's this attitude sometimes comes in our spiritual life also. Sometimes our sadhana becomes just to check the box. Japa, check the box. Meditation, check the box.
Very
Study
right.
the box. So
Hmm.
we should continue and hope that Bhagwan will inspire us.
Yeah, even if it seems mechanical on some days, even whatever, I will just go through the motions. Do some days it is very gripping. Some day, maybe very once in a while only it is gripping. Sometimes it is just mechanical. But I do, like ticking a box. That is a form of surrender. That is a form of remembering him. That is, I don't know. I am not good enough. I probably don't deserve, but God, you hold on to me. That humility, He will hold on. That's all. without saying, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at meditation. What is the point of meditating? My mind is running all the time anyway. It doesn't matter.
Should I try something else?
Should I try something else?
Is this
It
called
doesn't,
the
but you know what? It doesn't matter. You have Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga, all these things. You can try all the methods. You don't have to stick to any one path only. But your Ishta Devata, you hold on. One. And then they will only lead you to another, if at all.
this is
Right.
called the dry period, ma'am?
This is
What
called?
is this called the dry period in your spiritual life?
Yeah, it can happen. Sometimes there is a dry period because there are certain vasanas which need longer time. Longer time to thaw. It seems very dry. It seems like there is no movement.
இங்க காஜு இருக்கு அது கிடைக்கவே இல்லை
காஜு
எனக்கு நீங்க எல்லாருக்கும் போயிஞ்சே இல்லையா 3 பாக்கெட்
உனக்கு தந்தாங்க
Hold on. I'll mute.
1 minute.
Oh, thank you. There are dry periods like this. There was one dry period for me like this. It was a long time though. It was a pretty long period. 8 months, 10 months dry period. I knew this is also a phase, it will pass. But by the 10th month or something, I became a little restless. What is this? Is not passing only. That kind of little restlessness came in. And I asked Raghuramji. And he said, bring wonder into your life. Anything that brings wonder. And some vasanas will take longer to thaw.
Can you
They are
please
underlying.
explain that wonder, how to
See,
bring
for
wonder
me, personally for me, the wonder, my journey also, when I say, look at it in the beginning, the wonder was when I would read about space and quantum physics and science brought a lot of wonder for me. When I looked at the space and all the happenings and I learned so many things, and for me, wonder is a very good way. He intuitively seemed to know that I had forgotten in some way. But when I read, when I read the first this Upanishads and all that, it was wonder only, mind blowing. It was. Oh, it is pointing me to myself. It was that kind of a wonder. Oh, this is me. Yeah, right. Some puzzle pieces were coming together. Oh, this is how life is. So that is why this is coming. So then, when I look at that, all the space, what is happening, and I look at the way the life is spanning out, the way the rishis have written so many things. How could they, even put it down in such beautiful ways when they can say such complicated things? They have put it down in chandas and they are like this. All this makes me feel a sense of awe, and that makes me humble and small. Like I'm a speck of sand, a drop of water. Is this answering?
Yeah, that is like cleaning our ego.
Yeah.
Mm.
Some ego that is holding on right there. So some emotion, something that wonder, the positive emotions. The positive emotions are wonder, excitement, love, shringara for the divine. You enjoy the beauty of God, their alankara. It depends on what pulls each one, right?
I'm just going and sitting in the temple also is kind of a
Yeah.
enjoying temple and visiting temple and sitting there.
Visiting temples, anything that is a time you can make movement and you bring that wonder and love, then that love comes in automatically. Some movement starts happening and the tribe patch comes out. That also, I think I had to go through that 10-month period. At the right time, I got restless. I spoke to Raghuramji. Raghuramji guided me. It is all happening. To have that wonder, and so only at the right time. Why didn't it it happen 2 months back? Why didn't it happen 8 months back? When the right time came, it came. And then clarity was just coming in. What it was came in at the end of it. And then after that, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, line so quickly, so much letting go happened after that dry patch. So again, not to put that as an expectation, but basically, all these that is why we have these long-term rasas and short-term rasas. Long-term rasas are those which keep growing. Anger. You give in to anger, it will grow.
Yeah.
You
All
give in to
negatives
fear,
grow
it will grow.
like Velcro. They stick.
You give in
They
to
don't.
bibhatsa, disgust, it will grow.
All positive will slip away.
Yeah. So all these will grow, but if you jealousy will grow. But if you give in to wonder, how long will you keep feeling wonder?
Very short. We want one
Sometimes
more
it can
wonder.
even, sometimes we go to a satsang and it's very elevating. You'll be in that state for, wow, like I went to this trip right now. It was a very elevating trip. It was there for a week. That state of elation, that wow, that wonder. And then it goes away. Naturally, 1 week it was there. I'm very full of gratitude for that. Right? So those things don't stay for
And
too
wonder,
long. Huh?
it is very difficult for, wonder to sustain too long now, ma'am.
It is just
It is
momentary.
naturally made that way. It is
Momentary.
naturally
Yeah.
made that way. That is also a state only. Right?
How
So
are you able to
so we are not in danger if we go and look out for wonder. We look out for that love in the divine. We look out for that wonder, not in man-made things, but wonder in the celestial things. One wonder in the cosmos. Everything that is part of the divine. Wonder in
Nature
that.
nature also we can look, no?
Huh.
I can
Nature.
give an example, ma'am. Just now I came from temple. It was my Deeparadhana. Means whole temple we had lighted. So seeing the Lord in between all the lights, means you are lighting and till they open the door and you see, right? So it is kind of awestruck we are looking and tears are just pouring out of the eye.
Oh, how beautiful. Yes, yes. You don't even know how it
It is
happens.
kind of out of the world feeling, kind of.
Yeah, yeah. So our work is only to explore that wonder. I don't know which one, but just explore.
Whatever attracts us, I guess, in the
Yeah,
right way.
yeah. We don't even know what will attract us, but we have to keep seeking, seeking, seeking. And it will happen.
Ma'am, I just have this. You and Jayamala ji also said you are like taking stock. Seeing how far. The spiritual journey. I'm not even doing that. Is that all right?
Yeah, it's all right. We are not taking stock. We are not
But
like
then-
taking stock.
Okay.
Neither am I, Divya. I just go with the flow.
Yeah.
I enjoy the
But
moment. That's it.
sometimes, certain things, it's happened to me that I felt like puzzle pieces have fit in.
Okay. I didn't mean taking stock. I meant for lack of opinion. I didn't
Yeah,
mean.
Maybe we don't think that much. Is that the reason? Because we are not contemplating ourselves. We just go with the
That's what.
flow.
Yeah.
No, it
There are
depends
two
on
parts. Huh?
it depends on individual life situation. Isn't it? If everything is smooth and even then, if you are in spirituality, you need not take U-turn and peep into yourself all the time. When we are really disturbed, we have to look into ourselves. Either we have to depend on the God or we have to go to the root of the cause of disturbance. Either one. to eliminate that. So in the Vedanta, it is Gnana Marga. We have to contemplate and go inward. You take the root cause and then surrender. Come to the bhakti.
In
And depends on.
bhakti, you just keep
Mm.
thinking of the divine, you feel that emotion, you feel, and it will clean it. And then clarity may come, clarity, it doesn't matter. There is a cleaning happening. That is all. The clarity, the cleaning is definitely happening. So what pulls us? We have. I mean, we walk that path. Sometimes we can walk this path, sometimes we can walk that path. There is no hard and fast rule.
Every person will have a different experience, I
Yeah,
guess.
and situation to situation, day to day, it is not one-time affair. It is lifetime affair. Lifetime reflection and janma janmantara. Not even one
But what
janma.
we do, no, here everything. Swalpamanyasya dharmasya trayato mahato bhayat. Even little we take this, big
Learning.
fears we will be able to get across.
The disturbances naturally comes down and we'll have the knowledge to apply for that, for the each and every situation.
Yeah.
To bring
I am a
normalcy.
very, personally,
bring-
a huge clarity person.
Hmm.
I don't know if it is right. It is also, that is also one, probably something that I have to let go. I'm aware of it right now. You don't need clarity after a point in time, or you don't need it. Initially, that clarity brought wonder. But sometimes not having the clarity, you seek that clarity, which is also a bit of but it is because of that clarity that I'm able to talk sometimes in the class and things like that. There are advantages, but I shouldn't always want that clarity. If it happens, great. But I shouldn't go after it all the time. Right? It's like that. But that is there. That is still there. I have little awareness is there, but I will still fall into it every now and then.
Fall into what?
Wanting clarity.
Hmm.
So like that, after a point, your emotions, your relationships, all that you reasonably, then there are layers, other layers, other layers, other layers. It keeps going.
That's what, as the knowledge increases and the practice increases, repetition, this drops off. And when you hold on to higher, no, naturally the lower drops off.
Correct. Exactly. But again, Vasanakshaya, it can happen through this clarity where it is, or you just say mind is an illusion. I just want to hold on to the divine. Enough. No need for clarity actually. I only want to hold on to the divine.
When the thought comes, Nama Japa. Bring
Nama.
Japa inside, it goes off.
Nama Japa and go inwards. That's all. It's abiding in the self that will drop the mind. Know that the self is there in the form of Nama. Self is there in the form of Nama. Okay. Please continue. So naturally, therefore, he will not be conscious of the objects of these three layers of matter, namely the world of sense objects, the variety of feelings, and the array of ideas. They are talking, now we are moving into Jivan Mukta Lakshana. The Lakshana of a Jivan Mukta. One who is liberated. So he is liberated from the world of sense objects, which means nothing of the world of senses pulls him. He is still seeing everything. This is also called Jitendriya. You have won over the Indriyas. Hanuman is said, Manojavam Marutatulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam. Right? So, Jitendriyam means one who is not caught by the senses. Nothing in the sense objects that it perceives pulls him, not the sense of touch, no raga, no dvesha, or anything about that. Everything, there is equanimity, because everything is a form of him only. Everything is his form. Every word is his form. Every form is him. Every feeling is him. Every touch is him. Every emotion is him. So there is no attachment. No raga or dvesha is the way to attach to that. When there is no raga or dvesha, then there is no attachment. You move on. Jayamala ji.
Ma'am, just one doubt.
Yeah.
Here it is given that the Jivan Mukta relinquishes all his attachments to the fleeting joys of the outer world. And on the other hand, he is satisfied with the bliss derived from the Atman. So both happen simultaneously, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So as our attachments to the outer world decreases,
As our attachment to the bliss increases, our attachment to the sense objects decreases. It's not the other way around. We may keep trying to come out of the sense objects thing, but it will not happen naturally. It will happen only when I attach to the bliss layer, the self within. The more and more I attach to the bliss layer within, the attachment to the outer objects.
automatic. Okay, okay.
I'm going to get my charger. You keep reading, Jayamala, and start Shah.
However, to the self, in the self, there is nothing but the self to illumine. When the self effulgent truth has nothing else other than itself to illumine in its own infinite glory, how will it exist? This will now be the doubt in the mind of every student of Vedanta who is approaching the theory of self realization, especially during his early days of study, when he is trying to appreciate philosophy through his own limited intellectual evaluations. The condition of the pure consciousness, when it has no other object to be conscious of except the self, is beautifully brought out in this analogy by Sri Shankara. When a lighted lamp is put on a table, its glowing illumination plays upon the surfaces of the various objects in the room, and in varying degrees of intensity, it illumines the objects. But as soon as that lighted lamp is slowly and carefully lowered into a pot or a jar, the light of the lamp must come to illumine only the inner space of the jar. Similarly, consciousness, while playing the equipments, no doubt gets reflected upon the objects and provides us with the knowledge of the objects. But when we have withdrawn the consciousness from the vehicles into itself, it can illumine only itself.
We'll stop here. I'm still trying to make a connection. If anybody has understood, please, because the light inside the pot only illumines the inner space of the jar. Similarly, consciousness, while playing through the equipments, no doubt gets reflected upon the objects and provides us with the knowledge of objects. But when we have withdrawn the consciousness from the vehicles into itself, it can illumine only itself. Yeah. Any clarity, anybody?
Like Ramana Maharshi, though he is enlightened, he did not show any pavadas outside. He was with him. And he was illuminating himself inside.
Ma'am, is it meaning that the things outside will not be seen to him, means in the sense that different things, we see things as different things? No, it's like this is me.
For
that
him,
is
everything
you.
is the same. He will be shining inside.
That
For him,
with
only
Atma
he
Gnana.
and that self is seen. No objects are seen.
Yes.
It is like when the light is outside, outwards, everything, all the objects are seen. But when it goes within, only that space is seen. So they say this is Manonasha, Vasanashaya. They are seeing the objects, but they are not seeing it. In even in sadhana, maybe in the wakeful state, but when they go into that is a experience people have shared for 3 days. Even Ramana Bhagwan's experience. For so many days he was sitting, no eating, nothing, sitting under somewhere, just being in that state where nothing else existed. His body didn't exist. It's like the deep sleep state that we go into. There's no, for us, there is no awareness of the body, there's no awareness of the mind. In the none of this is like that. That state, absolutely, the body. So then there are no objects of the body or the mind also. When all these objects, so hence outward objects also, sense objects are also not there. Only me.
Not only deep sleep, even while writing exam, no serious exams like our board exams, will be fully engrossed while writing. Once we finish that exam, we'll come out of the last dot. Then also we can experience that.
Yeah. That is single-minded. That is dharana. That is
Okay.
dharana, where we are focusing on some activity and we are fully one with that activity.
We'll forget our body also, no, at that point of time.
But here again, there is a difference between dharana and samadhi. I would not even call that is a yoga word. So the experience that they are talking about here is in what you're talking about, the exam, right? In exam, the object that we are focusing on
is writing.
Is separate from the experiencer of that or the observer. The object of the exam is something else is flowing. The thoughts are on the exams. The experience is about what words should be right. It is flowing. It is flowing from there. But yet there is a difference in the experiencer, experienced, and the experience. There is an object we are writing in the awareness. But there is only single pointedness, ekeha kurunandanaha. That single pointedness is there, only one object is there. But the Jivan Mukta state that is being spoken about here is where the awareness, the experience, experiencer, and the experienced are all one. Which means that self, I, that observer, is observing the observer, and that experience of observing is all happening in that awareness, that one, that supreme self. That's all. No other objects are there. That is the highest state. And I'm hearing when I listen to Nochur, you will see it on YouTube. Some people asking these questions. I can easily get into that state for 3 days. Whenever I wish to, I'm able to get into that state, go into it for 3 days. Up to 3 days I can be there. And then so for that, Ramana Tirtha Swamigal, he says, yes, that is a state, but even he says that Ramana Bhagavan said at one point in time, I wish I had a guru. Somewhere I thought being in that state always, I should be in that state always. And kept extending it for a long time. But that is only a state. The reality is that the self is there all the time with me. In the waking state, in the dream state, in the
deep sleep.
So that is more important, knowing that and being with the self during the waking state, during the dream state, what does that mean? Dream state, matlab, even when some thoughts are happening, I am with the self. Because thoughts in the mind are like a dream. fact, everything is a dream. The world itself is a dream in my mind only. Because there is a projection. We always say that, no? It comes through the eyes and retina and it is falling. It is happening. So everything is only a dream. So the waking state, dream, everywhere in that the self is there. I am in the word, simple word is in the midst of action, I am in touch with the self. In the midst of activity, I am in touch with the self. I am with the being. I am saying I, in the midst of action, being in touch with the being. That's all. Is this what it is saying? Are we going in line with whatever is being told here? It illumines only the inner, very beautiful.
Ma'am, or it could be like inside the pot, the lamp is like light is steady. So outside, like we have so many distractions.
Correct. Correct. It could be. Yeah, it is. Inside the pot, it is only seeing the inner space.
No flickering.
And it is steady. Jitendriya. There is no outward distractions. In the sense that even when outer distractions are there, the Jivan Mukta abides in that inner space. Even when all the sensory objects are there, even when everything is there, a Jivan Mukta abides in that inner self, inside the pot. Very nice. We have one more paragraph. Should we read it?
Read. Can I read?
Yes, Premaji.
It is said or the condition?
It is said.
It is said in the verse that at this stage of meditation, the self shines inwardly all alone. This should not be misunderstood to mean only the direct dictionary meaning of the term inward. When the consciousness is withdrawn into the self, it illuminates the within is a statement that is couched in the technical language of Vedanta. In Vedanta, subtlety of a thing is measured by its pervasiveness, and the subtler is conceived as interior to the grosser. Naturally, therefore, the innermost self is the subtlest of the subtle, which means that it is all pervading and nothing pervades it. At the moment of self-realization, the final experience, when the consciousness comes to illumine within, experience is that of the infinite, all-pervading, subtlest of the subtle, the ever-effulgent self of the nature of pure awareness. This is the secret import of the verse under discussion.
When we have to understand subtle, that word is not subtle, Premaji, no, but it is subtle.
Subtle. Acha.
B is silent there.
Okay.
One of the strange things of English.
Oh.
Yeah, how do you know whether B should be silent, T should be, no rules there. Okay. But that is what it is.
Okay.
Subtle. So now this body is gross. Let us look at ice is gross. Subtler than ice is water. That is, it will spread more. Subtler than water is gas.
Steam.
Huh?
Steam. Water vapor.
Water vapor. Subtler. The subtler it becomes, the all pervasive it becomes. the more it spreads its, right? So this way, then when you go from the gross to the subtle, this body is subtle. Body is gross. Subtler to the body is the prana. All the prana within is subtle. Subtler than the prana is the mind. Subtler than the mind is the vasana,
Intellect.
intellect. Subtler than the intellect. And as it becomes subtler and subtler, it becomes more and more pervasive. And all of this exists in the consciousness, which is the subtlest of the subtle. So how subtle this is shown in the Devi Bhagavata. When, now she is Shakti. Devi is Shakti, so she is the universe. In a way. But the universe is also in the subtle consciousness only. Comes from the subtle consciousness and goes back into this. So Devi Bhagavatam, the story goes that Vishnu, Shiva and Brahma are there, and then Devi comes and says, now you do your job of Krishna, of creation, preservation and transformation. Then they say, how? But we don't have any Shakti at all. How will we do it? So then the Vimana comes and these three gods sit on that Vimana and they go, and as they are going, they are seeing all the lokas, Svargaloka. They are seeing Indra with his Apsara. They are seeing some rishis are doing tapas. They are seeing another Vishnu in Vaikunta, another Shiva in Kailasha, another Brahma in Satyaloka, and they go to Manidvipa. And when they go to Manidvipa, the Manidvipa is the abode of Shakti, Adi Parashakti. And when they go there and they walk into it, as they walk in, they go and they see in the toenail of Shakti, and there's a beautiful description of the Manidvipa and how she is wearing the beautiful red kumkum and the red sari and her hands have alta, so much. They see in the big toe of Devi, they are seeing everything they saw. They saw multiple worlds, universes, with multiple Brahmas, with multiple Vishnu, with multiple Shiva, and and then Devi is beyond that.
That is Saundarya Lahari, right?
Yes. This is what Devi Bhagavatam Saundarya. And Devi is beyond all of this also. So imagine this. What is this trying to signify, this story?
Shakti, Parashakti.
The subtlety. See, through stories, they are trying to make us understand what is that infiniteness. If I think within this toenail, so many universes are existing. Imagine how big this universe is. And that is as much only as her toenail. And she is beyond that so big. Then imagine there is so much more beyond this creation of universe. So that to give us a visual, a feeling of that wonder of that infiniteness. We don't know what infiniteness is, no. So this is a way to show us that infinite.
Ma'am, this is like Yashoda looking into Krishna's mouth and
Yeah.
same.
Sees the whole universe and he is beyond all of that. That universe, she sees the whole.
And he is beyond that Shakti. The
Yes.
Purusha, the Paramatma is beyond that Shakti.
Beyond the and the Purusha is even beyond that Shakti, no.
That is why in Sri Vaishnavas, we first go to Devi, then we visit the Perumal.
And even in Shiva temples, we go to Ganesha first. Because what does Ganesha denote? Jitendriya, big ears, listening more, speaking less, flexible. His trunk, he is more flexible. He can digest anything, good, bad, everything equanimously he can digest. One leg always grounded on the floor, one leg in Siddhasana, connected to himself. He having the desires under his control as the Mushika and riding on it. He is riding on his desires. Matlab, the desire is not controlling him. He has control over the desires. So you go first, you see, once you become Jitendriya, then you will see Shiva. Then you will see the divine. Everything, denotion is that way. Okay? Chalo.
Okay.
We will close the session for today.
Yeah.
Any questions, any thoughts before we close? Quickly. A minute for that. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyanto Ma Kaschid Dukkhabad Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.